Alright, so I am in the Balamb Garden Training Center because this is going to be the episode where I start to break the game. It's also going to be the first episode where I don't progress the story. And I've chosen to come to the training center because it has the strongest enemy we can encounter in the game so far. And that's this thing. I've encountered it once already this game and ran from it. This time I'm not going to run. I'm going to reduce its HP to 0. Then this is just a proof of concept to see how long it will take to deplete its HP at our current state. And then I'm going to do a similar battle to see how long it takes for us to do it once we have done everything we can to pretty much make this game trivial from here on out. So it's got a little over 12,000 HP, weak against ice, and we're going to use that to our advantage. And I am going to use everything at my disposal to basically kill this thing. Squall does have Siren and also Sleep Junction to his status attack. I am not going to use I can cast 2 of those, even though I only have 1. I'm not going to use Blind because I would prefer to use Limit Breaks. We will use the only Demi we have, so it now has Sleep on it, and I should be attacking with Squall and Zell in reverse order, so it doesn't wake up. If we do succeed, and it was weak to ice, so we'll double up on that. And we'll start using Limit Breaks once we get to that point. And now we're basically just spamming things until we either kill it or get our Limit Break. We've gotten pretty good with our sleep status working so far. And magic does not end sleep status, but physical attacks do. Same goes for Confuse. And this time it's awake. And of course it's attacking Selfie, the one person I won't use a Limit Break for. And all of this is just to get an idea, and we've killed it already. So all of this was just to get an idea of how long it takes to reduce it to 0 HP. And we'll come back after we power up a bit and see how long it takes us and how, like, the difference in what we had to do to beat it. Squall will probably gain a level, but I'm reverting to an old save, so that will be reduced back to 7. Before we go and do what we need to do, there are some things that I need to do. First, I need to junction Diablos. which I'm going to give to Selfie, and I'm going to unjunction Siren from her. Don't think that really changes any of her other junctions, except for what would have been status attack. And actually, I'm going to go with Sleep on Squall status attack. Nothing for status defense. That'll change soon, hopefully. And we'll go with... hell with it. Doesn't really matter. We'll go with Thunder on Magic. I will actually also junction Blizzard to Elemental Attack because we're going to go visit the Training Center again shortly. And I'm going to heal up. Not all the way, but just enough to survive. I will receive my first seed salary very shortly. I've already gone ahead and increased my seed rank to 17, which is the highest I can get it because Squall is at level 7, and I won't be able to go any higher than that. I won't be able to take any more tests because I will never raise Squall's level higher. However, there will be other opportunities that we can increase seed rank. For now, we're going to be stuck there. Anyway, we're going to head into the library because we're going to talk to somebody. It is for a quest that doesn't have any really implications until the 3rd disc. But if you come back and talk to this girl multiple times throughout the game, you get another magazine that gives Zell an extra limit break, though I don't think I'll ever use that limit break. And so Zell's looking for a book, is what it is. There's our first seed salary, which is fairly sizable. But next, I need to make sure that Zell has an ability. He does. I need to make sure I didn't get rid of card for any reason, because that's about to come up. And if what I think is going to happen, or if I know how things work, we'll get into a fight against 2 Grats that we'll run from, and then we'll get into a fight against the t-rexaur, which we will fight again. But we won't bring its HP to 0. But instead, we will go ahead and card it. And if we're lucky, we'll get the rare card form from it. Chances are, though, we won't. And of course we get that. Powerful move from it right off the bat. And that's all based on percentage, which means we have to reduce it. I could use Demi, huh? A single Demi would cause like 3,000 some odd damage. Well, I don't think it'll be quite 3,000 because, yeah, we've already done some damage and it's based on current HP, not max HP. Shimmy Tribe or t-rexaur? No, t-rexaur. That's fine. It's still going to be one of our best cards right now. And the reason I've done that is because it will give Quetzalcoatl card mod and, to a lesser extent, Shiva getting Vitality Junction. Give them something new to learn. Quetzalcoatl's now to the point where I want him learning HPJ. Shiva will be on. We'll finish up Elemental Attack. And now we have pretty much everything we need to do what needs to be done. We're going to head out of Balamb Garden, back to Balamb Town, where we will challenge somebody to our first card game? We haven't played one before, have we? I think I tried to get Headmaster Sid already. I don't know why I'm taking the long right way. I could have just went to the directory and right out to the front gate. So we're going to go visit the Queen of Cards. And she's important to this. I'm going to stay on the road because I prefer to avoid combat right now. And the reason we're going to the Queen of Cards is because after we play her a few times, actually we got it on the first game. The difference rule is what I'm looking for. And I do tend to play a very defensive game when it comes to Triple Triad. And the open rule helps with that. Okay. And I'll give us 4 cards. And I need to remember I'm going to go for the stuff that I don't have yet. I think I'm going to go with the Catachipplers. Alright, so if I remember how that works now, since we've challenged her once, we can come right into what is Zell's house. He'll talk to his mom. And then we have to leave, don't we? There we go. And I'm wrong. Could have sworn that once the Queen of Cards used a trade rule, We'll see. See if we can fix it. Sure. No, not that one. She's nothing on the right bottom still that can take the anaconda. Again, we'll go with stuff we don't have. I don't know, maybe it's because I tried to challenge and had to leave afterwards. There we go. Don't know what was up with that, but... And she has significantly stronger cards compared to Queen. But still nothing that can take that. That'll be good for another 4 cards. We don't have bite though. Alright. We need to play her again. She has a rare card. And that is, of course, Zell's card. Which she's not using right now. And the card rule is still different, so the more we win by, the better. And Galas are a priority card for me. Well, you'll see why by the end of this episode. Come on, play your son's card. Still no. Okay, she does have something that can beat Tomberry King. Well, we will certainly have a large variety of cards. Alright, this is getting old. I'm just going to skip to where she plays Zelda. There we go, finally. I've been playing cards for like 24 minutes. I mean, the good news is I have a ton of cards. And now we need to think about this very carefully. She can't take Diablos, and she plays Zelda right away. Yeah, so the good news is I have a ton of cards. Oh shit, I didn't even realize I couldn't take it. That could have been really bad. We just lost the chance to get Zel's card after 30 games. Not quite 30. It feels like 30, but it's probably more like 15. What else do I want? I think Legend Bigs is good for X potions. And that takes care of Zel's card. So now we have 3 rare cards in our arsenal. And now we're going to go back to the Queen. Because I think in order to trigger a new trade rule, you have to win a certain number of cards in the region, which encourages the changing of the trade rule, which, at least that's my understanding. I might be completely wrong. Don't listen to anything I say. Alright, she's using the all trade rule, and I did have to go back and play, or I didn't have to, but I chose to go back and play Zel's mom a couple more times to see if that had any effect. Don't know if it did, but we'll see if we can... Oh, shit. Well, that's not going to be good if I lose all of my cards right here. We should win? Yes. Still won regardless. Now we'll go see if we can do this and use the all rule on other people. There we go. And hopefully this will carry across the entire Balamb region, which it should. And now we should have no problem winning a ton of cards. Of course, if I lose once, I lose pretty much everything. Now we'll head back to Balamb Garden for a few more rare cards there. And I need to remember what cards there are to win here. I think there are 3 rare ones. And the first one will be coming up here in near the directory. That was not the person that I was looking for running around. There we go. This kid. Trade rule all. No, I don't want to use the behemoth. I see some cards I haven't seen before, which is a good sign. Well, good sign that I can win different kinds of cards anyway. Overkill. Alright, that kid keeps running away whenever after I am done with the card game. Alright, come on. This is gonna be another case of Zell's mom, huh? Alright, well, I will come back once he plays the rare card that he has. And it went back to Trade Rule 1. That sucks. Okay, it's all again. Weird. Never mind, there it is. Mini Mog. And he used it first, so... Okay. I love when people use the rare cards first, which they almost always do. And it means that I'm unlikely to... Or that means they can't use it against me. And once again, it's a 9-1. And now we go play the person who we wanted to play already once, and that's Headmaster Sid. Because he has Cypher's card, and Cypher's card is, I believe, like what I consider to be the 3rd or 4th best card in the game. 5th, maybe. Hopefully this won't take as long as Zell's mom. And we'll see. We're now coming to the point where almost every card in our hand is a rare card. I tied. Okay. And there's Cypher. Cypher was already easier than both Zell and Minimock. Now we just have to not draw or lose. Okay, we're gonna win. And there's one more, and it'll be the last one. There are, I think, 3 or 4 different people I could win it from. And it's, of course, Quistis's card. And we win her card from her fan club. Because who else would have her card? And once again, hope that it is a quick one. And lucky for us, the first region in the game has the open rule so that we can see every card that our opponents have. Kind of cheap, but I can care less. Can't take that, so I'm going to just block them off from taking back their card. Okay, I'm not going to suffer through that extra line after every game. And if she doesn't play Quistis in the next game, I will do what I did. I just realized what I'm saying. I will do what I did with Zell's mom and just, oh my gosh, really? They both talk afterwards. And just come back after she does play it. Alright, well, I will come back when Quistis shows up. Alright, so she's played Quistis' card, and now all we need to do is win it. And it's not an easy one to win, but we do have Cypher's card, which should make it so she can't instantly flip it. And of course she plays it, and I can't take it either. Oh well. Play a little defensively until we can get an edge. Watch, we're gonna draw. We're not gonna draw, but... So yeah, she'll put it to take the Elastoid, and Ifrit will take the next item. And that is the last of the rare cards on Balamb, at least for now. And I think I'm going to hang out here for a little bit longer and continue to build up my card stocks. There are a number of cards that I want more than what I've got, I know that. But I've filled up most of the card slot, most of the card book anyway. In fact, I think there's only one under level 5 that we can even get right now that we don't have. And this level 5 card is one we get from a side quest. And I'm not sure what that is. So, anyway, again, going to continue winning some cards, and then I will come back and we will finish with the breaking of this game. So I've been playing cards for about 3.5 hours now. Yes, I said 3.5 hours. I also took another trip to the training center to card a couple more t-rexaurs, which got me Time Magic Refinery from Diablos. I'll have him learn Status Magic next. Siren also learned Tool Refinery. We'll have her go with either Magic plus 20% or Move Find next. Go with Move Find for now. But that 3.5 hours of card playing has gotten me at least one of every card, including the rare cards that I can get from playing cards up to this point in the game. Of particular note, I wanted 20 Elmoils and at least 15 Abyss Worms. And there are a number of other cards that I would have liked to get more of, but I think this is a good point to stop playing now. And this is the point of no return, the crossing of the Rubicon, as it were. And we're going to go through and use Quetzalcoatl's card mod to basically turn all of our cards into items. Galas are one of the cards that I always like to collect because their mystery fluid refines into something awesome, as do Gespers, black holes. Cockatrices will become necessary after Diablos gets Status Magic Refinery. And a bunch of these items are going to be very helpful going forward. Grendel's items refine into doubles, I think, using Time Magic Refinery. I might be wrong on that, but... Armadodos into Dinobones, which refine into Quake with Diablos' new ability. We're going to have a lot of water crystals, a lot more than we need. And those windmills from the Abyss Worms will be turned into tornadoes, which will be our #1 strength junction until we get either Holy or Flare, 100 of each. Wendigos are also good for their for refining their items into demis. Wait, 3 region rings? Okay, or region rings. Elastoids are also huge for me because I like to refine the steel pipes from them into something using Siren's tool refinery, so that's going to be helpful. The energy crystals from the elm oils will be turned into pulse ammo. So we've turned everything into items. There are some more cards that we have more than what we can refine from them, and I will probably sell my excess items from those two, screws and fast ammo, so I can refine down these two and have them be good. Something else I want to do before I start refining magic is I want to go to Selfie. And they each have fires. I want to take every one of the level 1 magic that I can and put them all on the same people. It's not really going to be a huge deal. Okay. Because the main thing I want to do with these is refine them into the 2nd level spells with Quetzalcoatl's mid-magic refinery. And we'll turn all that we have into them. Okay, and I'm not sure if there is something else that I need to do. I think I'm going to have Selfie take all of the raw spells from both Squall and Zell. And I just gave Zell all of my Blizzaras. And I did it again. Cool. So Selfie has all of my mid-level magic. And I'm actually going to... don't really need to do that right now, actually. Alright, let's go refine magic. Windmills, of course, I said I would refine 100 to each character. That's something I've needed to do. I'm going to sort my items. So now, back to the refining of the magic. I think I'm going to take the Thundagas and give 100 to Selfie. Arrows, I kind of don't think they'll be useful enough to take up slots in my magic menu. We will have just enough coral fragments. No, we won't. I just remembered something that I need to do before I refine anything else. We have a ton of items to teach Quistis various blue magics for her limit break. And the bomb fragments start into compatibility, so we'll stop there. Quistis now has, I think, all but 5 of the blue magics in the game. So, you might think that makes her useful. Not really. So, between Squall and Zell, one of them will have only 80 Thundars. We'll actually use some of the magic stones to get Zell up to 100. I'm not going to use my wizard stones right now. Next we'll go to Ice Magic Refiner, and we did get enough north winds from the Snow Lions to give 100 Blizzagas to everyone, as well as maxing out our Blizzaras. And we have more than enough water crystals to give everyone 100. And I think I forgot about something else, and I want to take care of that before I do forget it. I'm going to discard all of my level 1 magic, aside from... No, not even aside from, just get rid of it. I don't want it. It's completely useless to me at this point, so... Ice Magic is where we left off. Okay. Fire Magic is next. And this one is where I'm really lacking. We'll take the Inferno Fang and give it to... and turn it into 20 flares for Selphie. I'm going to leave the Red Fang alone for now. But I will use the bomb fragments to almost max out. Nope, between the bomb fragments and the wizard stones, we can actually max out Pyros on everybody. And go to life magic next. And 30 deaths. Anything else I can get that gives me death? Yeah. We'll do 90 on each of them. And then 10 each from the Saw Blade. And I just gave Quistis 10. I don't know if I want to use the life ring yet, but I do want to max out Regen. Almost gave Quistis a bunch of magic again. And we have enough to max out zombies as well. Kind of useless magic except for junctioning. And those Regen rings are crazy because they give us full lives, and probably one of the best magic in the game. I'm not going to actually refine them yet. Is there nothing else I have for Kuragas except for Wizard Stones and... You know what, we can buy tents. That's disappointing. I don't want to use the healing now. You know what? I think we'll be good on without the Kuragas for now. We've got Cura, right? And actually, on second thought, I am going to use some of my Wizard Stones to give 25 Kuragas to each of them. We have Time Magic Refinery. So, max out our doubles. Anything else that I have that gives me double? No. Just thinking I could get away with not using a Dragon Fin, but it's not worth it. And we can also max out Quakes. And also Demis. We're going to do the same thing we did with the Chef's Knife and the Saw Blades, and split the difference between Steel Orbs and Black Holes. Can also max out Slow. And I would really like to get a bunch of hastes and stops, but that'll have to wait until later in the game. Next we'll go to Ammo Refinery, and I think there's only one thing I'm interested in refining right now, and that's so that I don't do anything with them later. They'll become very important by the end of Disc 1. Could turn the Fury Fragments into Aura Stones, Hypno Crowns. Those I'll leave alone. And I will refine 5 of the Steel Pipes into Aura Stones. And that should be it as far as refining. We'll go through our items and magic and sort everything in some way. So now we're about to become overpowered. So Zell can junction most of his primary stats except for HP. We'll start with Selfie. She'll be the easiest one to work with. And Tornadoes actually look like they give the best stat boost to magic as well as strength right now. And I think she still doesn't. I don't think we have any support abilities available to anybody right now. So now, I think I said Tornadoes will take Zell up to a 67. His strength will jump by about a little over triple. Vitality, I'm not sure what the highest one here is. It might be region. It is, okay. Magic is not really necessary for Zell. He doesn't use it too much, or at all, really. So we'll go with Spirit. Region would get it up to 64. Oh, Death is 62. Never mind. That's awesome. And sure, we'll junction something to his magic as well. Because why not, right? Okay, so now Squall. And I will keep Sleep Junction to his attack. And I'm actually not going to... Yes, I am. I'm going to Junction Blizzaga to his elemental attack. And then, first, Strength. And like with the other two, Tornado's the way to go. And I'm curious to see what the high magic stat would be, or the high magic junction will be. Okay, Region's probably going to be the highest HP junction. Yeah. So that jumped his HP up from 486 max to 3000. So I might as well junction something to status defense as well. Sure, we'll go with Death. And I guess that just leaves us to heal the characters. And using the X potions that we got from Wedge and Biggs, we can just heal them all to full. So now we will use everything at our disposal to go back and visit an old friend. Alright, so, we're now game-breakingly powerful, and, this t-rexaur is actually a little bit stronger than the first one we fought. It's 2 levels higher. It has about 800 more HP. A little over 800 more HP. And we've got a lot of options to dispose of this thing. I'm going to take the long route. There are a couple really easy routes that I could go with. We will see what we can do to this thing. So we'll start out with Zell. Lo and behold, he has an Aura Stone that he will use on himself, and Selphie will not do anything. Squall will double up on Selphie. Zell will Limit Break. And now Zell does his thing. We're just basically going to choose the first 2 options every time because they're quick and we can do more damage, and it doesn't get us to a final move which will end the time he has. Selphie will double up, casting Demi? Zell's already done with Aura. That sucks. Demi probably should have been the first thing I used on him, but we'll go with that. Squall's dealing 1400 damage to it on a good day, and Selphie's going to double Blizzaga. And it's dead. And, like I said, there are other ways of dealing with him. That strategy doesn't work on bosses. But what that was something I will probably never use again because it gets me experience, and that's death to status attack. 100% death